Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Kaylin and I'm about to make a very random video where I kind of put together all of the things that I've been doing this week that have been budget friendly, and some of it is like cookery, some of it is stuff that we've been at like events wise, and some of it's just like activities I've been doing around the house that I haven't spent more money on. I just was using supplies I already had on hand, and I just made myself a gingerbread latte. So yeah, I don't really know yet what it's going to look like. It might be a bit random, like clips all pushed together, but we'll see, and hopefully it gives someone some ideas. And I have been trying to make £5 or less dinners, so I've shared a few of them in the video. And I also had like I'm having a marathon cooking session at the minute. I need to get back to it in a minute, but I've made a cake. I'm going to make some waffles for breakfast in the morning, and I'm making macaroni cheese for dinner, and I might make some other stuff too if I can find the energy. I've done quite a lot of cleaning, and I used you as incentive to get it done, because I basically decided if I got the cleaning done quickly I would make a video, so that's my treat to myself. Today I didn't take any videos when we were out and about, but we walked the dog on the greenway, and then we went to the library, and I was so excited because they told me that they're increasing the book limit for over Christmas to 18 per person. Usually I fill my card every single time we're there, and it's over ambitious because I don't read all the books at once. It takes me a while to work my way through them, so basically I'm just hoarding library books, but it's better than shopping for books and hoarding them. So yeah, this is the book I'm reading at the minute, The Language of Birds, and I haven't decided what I make of it so far. It's basically about a nanny who goes to live in this like strange house, from what I can figure out so far. I really need to do my nails, I just noticed that. And it's set in the 70s, which is like a time period I really like. I haven't read anything by this author, but I'm gonna give it a try and see, because one of the librarians picked it up from another library because she thought it looked interesting. I'm just gonna show you my other books. There's quite a collection. So this is my like comfort read. I love these in the winter, and when I was a kid I loved Agatha Christie, and my granny really got me into her, and I just find them like really addictive and light for whenever your concentration isn't the best but you just want something you can't put down. Okay, so I got Elephants Can Remember, which I've never read before. Now my dog's gonna start barking because the kids are outside. Death in the Clouds, I've also never read that, and Halloween Party, even though it's a little bit late for that. So I think I will go work my way through those very quickly. And I realised that there's a huge Agatha Christie collection hidden away in the library that I didn't even know about, so I'm going to be getting those out. I've literally been interrupted about 3 times already since I started making this, so I've lost track of where I even was, but anyway. My dog is going to keep barking now. I got this, which a librarian recommended to me. I have no idea what it's even about. I haven't even read the blurb yet. The Hotel Avocado, which I've seen popping up a lot on Libby, so I'm assuming it is like a popular read at the minute. Got The Heart in Winter by Kevin Barry. I know my mum really likes him, and it looked interesting, and I read the first page and it seemed very well written. I don't know if I've read anything by him before, but I thought everything he wrote was set here, but this is set in the Rocky Mountains, and it's about an Irish immigrant who's a poet, and about, I think it's like a love story, and I don't know any more about it than that, but I will let you know what I think of it. Also got the librarian who shares my taste in books always recommends Graham Norton's books to me. I haven't read any of them yet, but she said he's a really good writer and you can't hear his voice in his writing, so I'm going to give it a try. Part of me is like, I might struggle to take it seriously because I know it's written by him, but maybe not. I'm going to try it and see. This book is supposed to be really moving. really see very well. And it is inspired by true stories, and it's about this woman who has fallen for an American sailor, and she's pregnant with his child, and then she's kind of cast out in disgrace, and it just sounds something different to what I would usually read, so I'm going to give it a try. And then from before, I still have more books to read. I love Cold Comfort Farm, so I got Conference at Cold Comfort Farm. It's just really funny. I don't know what this specific book is like, but Cold Comfort Farm I found hilarious. The List of Suspicious Things. I can't even tell you now what half of these are about. I read the blurb at the time and then my memory didn't hold on to it. I think I learned from Dead Men, which I started and then didn't go further with yet because I got distracted and sidetracked with another book. And then I love Maggie O'Farrell as well, and I haven't read this one, so yeah, she's probably my favourite author. Yeah, so that is all the books that I'm hoping to read, but as you can see, it's a bit over ambitious, so I'll let you know how I get on. I think at the minute on Goodreads this year I have read 60 something books or something like that. So I have read more than I was last year, and I've made a point of going to the library. I definitely think going to the library motivates me to read more because I'm looking forward to getting new ones all the time, and there's a time limit set on it instead of just me holding onto a book forever and just taking forever to get round to it. So those are the books I got, and I'll share with you what else I've been up to over the last few days, including some cookery. And yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon. Okay, so this day I made some beef casserole. I just browned the meat with garlic and oil, and then I put it in the slow cooker with parsnips, carrots, parsley and turnip, and then I added beef stock and bay leaves and just lots of salt and pepper. I'm trying to think if I added, later on I added some Worcester sauce and a little bit of red wine, and then I used a cornflour slurry to thicken it. Hi everyone, so I thought we could make some gingerbread syrup together. I'm just throwing some in a pan now. I'm finally getting round to it. I don't know what to do with my pumpkin one because I feel like it's a gingerbread season now. Does anyone know if it's in a sealed jar how long it will last for? I just looked up a recipe online and I'm going to share it with you now. So I'm adding 1 cup of white sugar, and it says 2 cups of white sugar, so I think I'm going to add some brown sugar as well and kind of mix and match. Because whenever I make gingerbread I put brown sugar in it, and to me it just sounds like it'll create more of a brown sugary type of flavour. To that I'm adding 2 cups of water. And now I just need to bring it to a boil before I add the spices. Okay, so now it's come to a boil, I'm going to add the spices in. So you add 2 cinnamon sticks. If I could get them out of the bottle, it would be a good start. Come out. Okay, doing this one-handed is awkward. Okay. And the recipe that I found says 6 cloves. And it says allspice berries, which I don't have, so I'm going to use ground allspice instead. And it's said to add quite a lot, so I'm being liberal with it. And then the last thing was ginger, and it says some fresh ginger. I have a jar of ginger, so I'm just going to put in some of that instead. And then you just like simmer it for a little while to let the flavours develop before straining it. And it already smells so good. I'm really excited about it because I want to see if it tastes much better than the store brand one. And it's just exciting that I'll be able to make my own gingerbread lattes at home. Okay, so here's the syrup now. Excuse my very damaged pot, but I just keep things forever. And I'm going to strain it now. It smells so nice. Here is the strained liquid. It looks a bit like Coke, and I put it in this bowl because it has like a little like spout so you can pour it easily into things. And I've sterilized my bottles. I'm just going to fill them with it now. So as you can see, it only makes like less than 2 bottles, so like if you want more you'd have to use a greater quantity of that. But this will be good for me for coffees and things. Okay, and now I am just going to seal the jars by putting them in boiling water. I'm just boiling the kettle for that now, and I tasted a little bit of it and it is delicious. It tastes so much fresher than the kind of synthetic kinds you can get from the shop. So I'm excited to have a cup of coffee with it in it. So a while ago I made a needle felted pumpkin, and it has become one of my favourite decorations for the Halloween season. So I decided to get back into needle felting, and I got a craft kit. So I was just opening it to see what all of the different parts were. You have to wear these like finger shields so you don't stab yourself in the finger, and I was making like a lion based on C.S. Lewis and Aslan, and it has a really colourful mane. And at this point I was trying to remember how you pull apart the wool, and I decided that I would just make the main body of the lion. And I didn't know that I had such weird facial expressions when I'm doing crafts, but there you go. And it is really therapeutic, like just sitting, like stabbing it with the needle, and just seeing how it comes together. So basically you're trying to create like firmness in the wool so that it holds its structure. So that was the part I decided to focus on, and I left the rest to come back to another day. And I'd forgotten how much I love doing this, and it doesn't stress me out at all because it's so like easy that you can kind of switch off when you're doing it and be as creative and make it as personal as you like. Even if it comes in a set craft kit, you can change it and make it your own. I decided to make a start on sewing the dress that I got the fabric for at the sewing and knitting fair, and as always I have coffee as fuel to do this. I didn't really know what I was taking on before I started because I got a pinafore pattern. By the way, this is my Christmas cup, it's my favourite one, with a little gingerbread man on it, and it actually has ended up being so difficult. I think these were the early stages before it caused me a huge amount of stress, and I basically realised I don't like making my own clothes. And I will make another video about that actually, because I wanted to talk about how it's okay to suck at things. So this was a slow cooker meatballs recipe, which was cheap and easy to make. I just put tinned tomatoes and some water and garlic, salt and pepper in the slow cooker, along with rosemary, just like a generous shake of it, and Italian seasoning, and plenty of sugar. I always find you need sugar with tinned tomatoes to cut the acidity, and I kind of usually put in a certain amount and then some more, because I find that whatever you guess is the right amount, it's usually not enough. And then I just added the meatballs to it and mixed it around along with a bay leaf, and left it to cook for 3 to 4 hours, and had it with pasta. It was delicious, the meatballs were so tender. And then it was snowing heavily here, so I had to get like a wee video of outside our window, because it rarely snows in November here. Like, I don't remember the last time it did, and it was pretty heavy at this point, and it just looked like a little wintry Christmassy scene to me. I took the girls to a free lantern making workshop, which is organised for an upcoming parade where you basically get together with people in the community and you walk, and it's like a lights parade. So yeah, I described that really badly, but they made these wicker lanterns and they really enjoyed making them and decorating them. And then we watched Muppets Christmas Carol this morning, chilling on the sofa with the Christmas tree lit, and it was just a really cosy way to start the day because it was so wet and rainy and windy. And then this is another dinner. I made chili, and I just browned the mince and then added garlic to it. I added tinned tomatoes, and I added the kidney beans. I included the liquid because someone I knew at uni did this, and I think it makes the flavour so much better. I added cumin. I don't tend to add chilies to it because my kids and my partner don't like spicy stuff, so I just add chili flakes to my own when it's ready. And I also like to add plenty of coriander, which I'll mention now because I didn't show that in the video later. So I put in some ground coriander as well, and then I just like simmer it. And I also always include chocolate because I think it's an essential ingredient in chili. And I put in some beef stock this time, which I don't always do, but just for some extra flavour because I didn't have any peppers, which I like to put in it too. So I usually just improvise with whatever I have on hand, and sometimes I make a vegetarian one, sometimes it's with meat. So this is just a really easy recipe. Of course I added sugar, and it turned out really well. My kids were thrilled when they found out we were having chili. That's sarcasm, by the way. And then this is just a scene whenever I was walking with Potato, and there was snow on the hills, and it just kind of showed how cold it was. And yeah, it's kind of warmed up a little bit now, but I think I'd rather have the icy weather than the wet weather. So yeah, I will see you soon. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Bye.